What's happening, guys? Rufus Patterson here. The summer is now. I'm pretty excited to tell you a little bit about coconut milk and coconut water and coconut mead, and it's just so much stuff in this superfruit. It's got a lot of benefits. If you're lactose intolerant, this is definitely one of the options you may want to consider alongside almond milk, but we'll get into that later. So today we're going to go over how to break open a coconut for one. This is a fresh one that I purchased from the store. I don't know how fresh that is, but seems fresh. You shake it, there's water in there, normally fresh. We're gonna break it open. I'm gonna show you how to get the water out of it, talk about the benefits of the coconut water, and also get the meat out of it and talk about some of the benefits of the coconut meat. Something to understand here is that it's two separate things. The water and the meat is two different things in the same coconut. So in order to make coconut milk, you need the meat out of the coconut. And the meat is known for, it has the medium chain triglycerides in it, which is also known as MCTs, and they help reduce your appetite and also decrease calorie intake. There's been a lot of studies on the MCTs. A lot of them come back saying that it's helped people lose belly fat. How about that? And also we got the coconut water, which we'll get into, but if you've watched me in any workout, you know that I love the coconut water because of the benefits. It has electrolytes in it. It is so good for you, and it quenches your thirst. I think better than water myself. So let's get started today. A couple of the things you need, of course, is the coconut. If you're gonna need some water, you're also gonna need a knife, a blade, and of course I have a blender to blend it together, and also a hammer somewhere around here, but we'll have to make it come into the picture sooner or later. And so we'll get started. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna look at the coconut, and you're gonna notice when looking at the coconut that it has eyes on it. So if you look at the eyes on the coconut, on one side it's gonna have eyes, so it looks like 3 eyes. You may have some type of design like this one has it going to the top. So I'm gonna cut that down some. With this blade, I'm just gonna shave it off. And it may be easier just to use a cutting board, sit it down and just shave it off. Now it takes time. So just shaving just like this. A little bit of a mess too. This outer layer here, if you don't take it off, it makes it a lot more difficult to open up the. And so the stores normally take it all off for you, take as much off as possible, but they leave a little bit on. I think it's just to make it look fresh. Just time consuming, that's all. So something I want you to pay attention to is, now that I shaved it down, and it could go down a little bit more, but you'll notice that it's 3 lines here coming off the top of the coconut. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit in between these lines. So it's 1, 2, and 3. So hitting here, and hitting here. So with the hammer, I don't know, where's the hammer? It works for everybody else on YouTube, but doesn't work for me. There we go. So instead of using the front of the hammer, I'm using the end of the hammer here, like the tip side right here, to hit it. And it's creating somewhat of a mess. So make sure you're either over the sink and cover up the sink, or just over the trash can or something of the sort. Now it's a little time consuming, but it works. So I'm just hitting it. You keep tapping until you hear it crack. You probably hear it cracking already. So that sound is the coconut already cracking, and it's only been a couple hits. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep going around. And you see it breaking off. So now it's breaking off. So I'm gonna keep going around in a circle, because what I wanna do is I'm trying to save that coconut water inside. And so let me say this too, keep in mind that it creates a mess. So be very careful. So now I'm just pulling off the outer shell of the coconut. And I'm gonna take the end of the blade and I'm digging up under it so that I can lift it. Going around and lift the coconut up. I'll sit it down here, go in a little and lift up. So now I'm breaking this off the top of the coconut. I'm gonna lay it in here. Take off a little bit more. And just throwing it in the sink here. Be very careful because it might destroy your sink, so make sure you get the trash out before you empty it. So something I'm going to do, because I really want this coconut milk, I'm going to sit this here and I grab another blade, probably not one with ridges. I'm going to cut a little hole here, and you heard the air come out. So now I've taken the coconut meat here. I'm just going to set it down. Hold on one second. Oh, you need to see that. I wish I could show you that. I'm going to grab a glass. Here's a measuring cup. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour the coconut water into the cup. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful?